The purpose of this video is to show you how to assemble a CO2 setup that we are currently utilizing in our department. The FDA has no approved system for the delivery of CO2. So labs are now forced to manufacture their own delivery systems. CO2 is currently utilized for patients who have a nephrotoxicity to contrast agents, as well as for allergies. The way we assemble is we have a bag. This is a bag that only has one access point to it. Usually there's some tubing coming out of it. There are several companies on the market right now that have such a bag. We are going to take the bag tubing, and with a one-way stopcock, we are going to hook that to the valve. We are also going to use a female-to-female adapter. We are going to hook that to the one-way stopcock. By then taking a 60 cc syringe, we are going to expel all air that's within the bag. So we are going to draw back, and we're going to do this twice, pulling negative. As you pull negative, then close the one-way stopcock. Expel your air from the syringe and repeat this process. Usually twice is fine. Again, closing the stopcock, expelling the air. We use a extension line to access the CO2 bottle and a 0.2 micron filter. Go ahead and hook the line to the micron filter. You can just take this and then connect it to the tank. Keeping that female-to-female adapter, I'm going to have the CO2 bottle or the CO2 delivered. As I marry that up, connect it, and then open my one-way stopcock. We're going to put CO2 into the bag. You do not want to overexpand the bag. That's good. Then I'm going to close the one-way stopcock. I'm going to disconnect at the stopcock, keeping the line still on the sterile field. I'm then going to open the stopcock, and I'm going to expel the CO2 out of the bag. This is just another safety precaution to ensure that there's no air in the system. As I make the last turn, I'm going to then close the one-way stopcock. And we are then going to repeat the process. So as you push the CO2 forward, continue pushing. Good. I'm going to have him fill the bag. A bit more. Good. Stop. We're going to close the one-way stopcock, and then you can now disconnect the female-to-female adapter from the tubing, and that can go off the table. I've had a company that has designed for me some tubing with one-way check valves on them. Currently, the tubing comes with 3 one-way check valves. One is a T valve. The other 2 are single valves. Currently, out of this set, we have found that the additional valve is not necessary and actually hinders the system. So we're actually pushing this off the table for the time being. To assemble this, I am going to take the tubing that has the one-way valve, and I'm going to hook that to the front of the T valve. And that's your connection there. We are then going to connect the bag with the one-way stopcock to the tubing, the bottom tubing of the T valve. I am then going to take the 50 cc syringe that we use to expel the bag, and I'm going to hook that to the side of the T valve. Then I'm going to take any 3-way stopcock. I prefer a rotating one. It usually helps as far as orientation on the table. It usually helps a lot. I'm going to put that on the end of the one-way check valve, and then take a syringe filled with saline and then hook that to the side port of the three-way stopcock. This will allow you to have a wet seal when connecting the catheter. I'm then going to open the one-way stopcock, and then by drawing back 50 cc's, I'm going to expel CO2 through the system. This is basically to purge the system of any air. You want to do this about 4 times. Now that the system's fully hooked up, at this point we can go ahead and, by utilizing a wet seal, I can hook up any catheter and deliver CO2. And this is how we do a CO2 setup. Thank you.